See him a beast when he hear that sound like yeah, beat on the beat when he hear that sound like woo. Yeah, bitch and the champ only need one round like ha. Yeah, me, I'm a G bring heat in the sound like.
All right, people, fighting at UFC 288 next weekend, May 6th. The ugly man himself, Joseph Holmes. Joe, my man, how you doing, man? Almost fight week.
I'm great, man. I actually appreciate that intro. Most people just make up Joseph, Ugly Man Joe, Holmes. I hate it. I hate it. It is just Ugly Man Joe, but I'm doing great, man.
And I don't really get it. I don't think you're that ugly. You all usually have the awesome mustache. Is that not going to be around this fight?
Yeah, no, I mean that's my stash, but it's late. I've been working out, sweating. As soon as I start sweating, that shit comes apart.
I didn't know if it was a 24/7 deal or not.
No, it's just Ugly Man Joe's thing. When I'm Joseph, I don't really give a shit.
Respect it, man. Respect it. We're all people. So this is your first UFC fight in front of a crowd. Are you hyped for that?
I'm really hyped for that. Yeah, I'm excited to feel all of it. Just the whole difference, just all the people there for the event. I want to feel like the fans who are, when I get off the airplane, I want to feel like all the, that, because most of my other fights, like the people are like, there's not very many people there for the fight. So I don't see me. I'm in Vegas, so people like, you'll run into a few, but I know for a fact everybody flying to Jersey that week is going for UFC. So I'm excited.
If you're in Newark next week, you're there for UFC. So
you have to be, because the girls aren't that cute, I heard.
yeah, Jersey girls. Yeah, I'm Pennsylvania. So, you ever fought in New Jersey before?
No, I've never even been to New Jersey. Me and my girl are super excited to taste the food, get the culture. That's what we like to do when we travel. We want the culture. We want to feel where we are. So,
and I never been to Newark. It'll be my first time there. I've been to New Jersey. I'm right here in Pennsylvania. Philly's more my city. So you gonna venture into Philly at all? You ever been here before?
Well, after the fight, we do plan to come back for like a week to that side, because I've never been on that side of the world or the continent, and kind of go to where we should go. I don't know where we should go. I don't know what food we should try, but all those places and stuff is where we're going.
Well, if you come to Philly, you got to get a cheesesteak, and you got to go to, if you remember this, Delisandro's. All right.
Okay. I'll watch this. I watch all my interviews, so I'll remember to mark that down. Delisandro's.
Best cheesesteak in Philly, hands down, my favorite at least. But if you don't go there, I mean, any Philly cheesesteak's good. So you got to let me know how that is.
I will, dude. I really will. I'm excited.
And before you get to enjoy yourself, well, you might enjoy yourself doing this too, but you got to fight Claudio Ribiero.
Yeah.
Any past encounters? How did this fight come to be?
No, never. I've never seen him. I think I did watch his contender fight, which was very short. But no, man, it's just an opportunity that came my way. I'm managed by Iridium Sports Management Agency, and they are constantly putting stuff together, seeing where we're at constantly. So the moment this fight came to our doorstep, we jumped on it.
And, how do you feel you guys match up against each other?
I think it matches up to be an awesome fight for the fans. I think that Claudio brings it. I think he wants to fight. He's excited to fight, and I'm excited to fight. So I think that alone is going to bring a phenomenal looking fight for the fans, and that's what I'm excited to do.
I usually don't ask UFC fighters specifically, give me a prediction, bro. But I saw in an interview, you said this is like, I think your quote was tailor-made for a knockout. Why do you feel that way?
I feel that way because this guy seems like he has an ego. I don't know much about him, but he seems like every time I've seen him take a hard shot, he doesn't necessarily grab, he swings more, or, he kind of just like egotistic, like he's like, yeah, and starts swinging, you know what I mean? And guys like that is totally fine, but bigger you are, the harder you fall, and if you come in there egotistical, like we're all elite, and anything can happen. So yeah, I've been working really, really, really hard, especially on my footwork and timing and things like that on my stand-up. So I've just been waiting on the perfect dance partner to let me stand up and get to work and show what I got. So I think that he's perfect for that. I highly doubt he's gonna come out here looking to grapple. So
Well, and throughout your career, you're a pretty big submission guy. So you know, assumingly have that grappling advantage anyways. And how many knockouts do you have in your pro career? One or two?
I think one. I think my UFC knockout was considered a rear naked choke technically. So
Really? Yeah, it
yeah,
was.
yeah,
It was. It was right in front
yeah,
of me. Yeah. So
yeah.
are you like you said this is tailor made for you to get a knockout? Are you also like a little bit hungry to get that knockout too? It's been a while.
No, dude,
No.
I just try and put on shows, man. I mean, like, but as far as trying to get the knockout, that's what I feel like he'll have most available to me. He seems like a really strong guy, like someone who would be tough to get like on the ground right away. So on the way to the ground, there's a lot of leather being thrown and knees thrown and everything. So I do feel like I'll have a lot of chances to catch him as long as I stay disciplined and stick to the plan. I definitely think I could put him out. I mean, we're both human; anything can happen. But I definitely feel the trust I have in my coaches and the plan that we've created for this guy. I definitely feel that we're gonna put him out, put him away.
I'm super excited, man. Love to hear it. And UFC so far, you're 1-2, 2-2 if we're counting contender series. That's 4 fights. That's a lot of fight time with a huge promotion, all been in the apex. But what do you think the biggest thing you've learned so far? Because, you know, writing articles, people talking about betting, whatever, you're an experienced fighter now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess biggest thing that I feel that I've learned, maybe not the biggest thing. I feel like I've learned a lot about just not even just the fight game, but about life being in the fight game. But I think one of the biggest things I could point out now would just be to do what I do, man. You got to be big, like you not just like size wise, but you gotta believe in yourself more than others believe in you. And it's amazing to have a bunch of people that do believe in you, but you got to believe way more than they do, because some of the things that you have to sacrifice are giant. And you hear it every day. I hear it every day at the gym, when you see guys that have potential and then they disappear and then they show up again. And then you're like, oh, like, where you been? How you been? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, life, you know what I mean? And me hearing that, like, I had thousands of opportunities where life could have stopped me from being where I am now, but I had to sacrifice that. So yeah, I think that one main lesson I learned is just be bigger and really believe in yourself.
And this is going to be your 4th UFC fight. Is this the last one on your contract? Was it a 4-fight deal?
Yeah, it was.
So is this like, in your mind, I'm sure every fight is this way. I know how fighters are. But is this like a must win?
Absolutely. Yeah, I have to win. I mean, not even just for the UFC contract, but for my faith, for my destiny. Like, I'm here for a reason. It's not supposed to be easy. Obviously, it's the most elite fighters in the world, but my job is to come here and learn how to be a part of that group and then chase my dream. You know what I mean? Get better, overcome adversity and, get through the hard times and get to where these guys that I've been seeing, at first it felt impossible to get to the UFC, but then I made it. And then it also felt impossible to be a champion in the UFC, but now I'm here with that chance. So, man, yeah, I definitely have to win this fight because I want to be a champ. And if I can't beat him, then I can never be a champ.
Well, don't say never. I mean, you're 27. You got a lot of fight time left.
Well, I just mean champ way better than this guy.
Sure.
Like, if I can't beat this guy, then, you know.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. And you do beat him. You get the win, man. What does the rest of your ideal 2023 look like?
Hopefully, he can cop 2 more at least. Disappear and marry my woman.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
Yeah, thanks. And yeah, just get a badass new deal with some more clout for the right reasons.
And speaking of clout, I don't really, Kevin Holland's not on your mind right now. I understand that, but
well,
I do want
now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just said it. Sorry. I don't need to talk about. I don't need to beat a dead horse. Is what I'm saying.
Bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you. My next question: is there anybody you want to fight in this year or soon? And then that's why I mentioned Kevin Holmes. I know you guys had the beef. So who do you still want to fight, man?
Dude, I'm not the kind of guy that wants to fight anyone, but if there was anyone I would want to fight, it would be him. But no, I don't necessarily want to fight anyone. I want to fight the right people at the right time to get me where I'm supposed to be. But if there was anyone I would want to fight, it would be him. He's disrespected me too much, and I haven't been able to do anything about it. I'm not the kind of guy that would, I'm not like holding some grudge, but as a man, you guys put your hands on me and I haven't got to do anything about it. It's not about me feeling like I'm better than him or anything. It's just that as a man, I still feel like you put your hands on me and I haven't got to, talk to you man to man about that. So I would love to fight him just because of that. Not saying I'd whoop his ass or anything, because I don't feel I would easily. I feel I would definitely have to train hard, but yeah.
Is that like the first? I mean, you've been fighting a long time. Have you ever had an opponent where there's been like bad blood before?
Never. I think once as an amateur, this one kid was trying too hard, but it didn't affect me. It was just like, come on, man. Like, so, but no, dude, that's not even me. Like, I'm not even like that.
Right.
To have beef with someone, I didn't even know I had beef with this person until I was getting hit in the back of the head. So.
Well, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with having goals and aspirations and people you want to fight with a new contract. So just keep it in the back of your head after this win, man.
Facts.
The fans would love that one too, obviously. And, talking about this fight, I've noticed on Instagram, you've been training at a few different places, right? Like SFS and War Training Center. What's your training schedule kind of been like?
I've been at SFS like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've been at SFS every day because I go to War in the morning on Tuesday and Thursday, and it's just about 3.5, 4 hours away. So after that, we'll drive back, and I'll get to SFS for the evening time. So
wow,
I know, dude, I know, but I
Texas
needed
is a big state, bro.
It is, but I did definitely need the work. They were fixing some things that I felt I really needed to fix, just like my feet work, and just like timing and different things. And I just had to sacrifice that. So my girl drove me to Houston for the last 4 or 5 months, just getting me to training. And yeah, bro, it's been busy. But I got a strength coach. He's out here by SFS, so that was convenient.
And who's going to be in your corner for this one?
I'm going to have my head coach, Anthony Selangsing, and then I'm going to have Adam Copley and Jeremy Mahan, the 2 head coaches of War Training.
Why those guys? Is that they add a lot to the fight?
They've been with me throughout this camp. They're the one who created this game plan. I'm pretty confident in. We built a pretty tight connection these last few months, and also my main goal when I got to the UFC, when I got with Iridium Sports, was I wanted a team. Like I want, like you see all these other guys, they have this whole team of people with them, just doing everything they need. And I want that for myself as well. So that's kind of what I'm trying to build here.
And like, what are some, you're not a cocky guy. So you don't, some fighters, if they train with someone like high profile, so to speak, they'll post it up, blah, blah, blah. Have you gotten any good work in with anybody new, someone you didn't expect that was a good opportunity this camp?
Well, I mean, when I first was going to War, I knew that they had some good guys. Like the coaches talked to me about who they had for me, obviously, so we can figure out, the type of work I would get. And it's been phenomenal. I've been working with Trevin Giles, who just fought in San Antonio, Alex Morano, who fights the week after me on a very big fight. And I've been helping him train for him big time. And my man, Zach Reese, who is up and comer, but he just got a Contender Series fight in August. And Anthony Ivy, who is a UFC vet right now, trying to build his way back up. So I've actually had some awesome training partners the last few months and stuff, just specifically just like working with me, resembling my opponent. I even hired a guy maybe a month ago now, who highly is like super similar to my opponent with size and build and fighting style, a big kickboxing style guy. So hired him for a few rounds and just got, kind of a brief look about, how I'm doing against that style of fighter. So yeah, man, this camp's been awesome. It's been different, like new, like a lot of new things have happened, but it's been phenomenal.
And I mean, dude, you're talking about winning a knockout. Some good strikers you mentioned there, my man.
Yeah, man. You see Trevin's jab, man. I've been trying to steal that. You see Morano, what he's up to. He's OG. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Bro, Morano is one of my favorite fighters to bet on because it's just always an underdog and it's always just it's easy.
Morano does not play, dude.
No, great fighters, and those are some awesome names you train with. And before we get out of here, speaking of awesome names, I do want to ask you about the top of your division because it's been through a lot in the past, 6 months, Izzy, Pereira, flip-flop, knocking each other out. What are your thoughts about those two, man? Like, especially Izzy's so badass.
I feel like the very top of this division right now is like as elite as it gets, like arguably probably the most dangerous men in the planet right now. And I feel like there's a really dramatic difference between where they are and where we are. And I'm just throwing myself in there. I'm barely in there with the mix anyway, but just as far as like the masses, and they're just so good and they keep showing that. And I thought Pereira was like on a dramatically other level as Izzy, but Jesus, man.
Great.
So it's just like, man, this isn't for the weak, dude. If you're trying to be up there with them, bro, you gotta be serious. You can't be fucking around, dude, because you'll get hurt.
Yeah, man. And now we're seeing Izzy and Dricus du Plessis talk a little smack. And
I like Dricus, but I don't think he has a chance. Like I said, the level is just so different. Like Izzy's and Dricus looked great his last fight, which I'm a huge fight fan also. I don't know if you know, I have a fight pick show myself where I just choose and that's on All Access MMA, Ugly Truth Fight Picks. But I'm a giant fan of fights too, bro. And Dricus look great, but I don't think he stands a chance.
I don't either. Izzy's just too technical, and Dricus is he's not so technical. He's kind of just like a big ogre that gets it done. But dude, you're 27 years old. I saw that your birthday's on 4th of July. That's freaking awesome.
Heck yeah.
Like I said, 27. When do you want to be in that title picture?
Man, I want to retire by 35. So I'm looking to and it's not even about what I want. Like I said before, like this is all happening from something bigger than me. I'm telling you, I meet people all the time who tell me when I met them, like I was like telling them I was going to be where I am, and I don't even remember those, So like those conversations, like every time people bring it up to my attention, I'm like, damn, I really said that, blah blah blah. And every time I've said something, it's happened. So what I'm saying now is I'm supposed to be here and I'm supposed to be a world champion one day. So it doesn't matter how long it's going to take. I'm going to just get there because I just worked too damn hard, dude. And I sacrificed so fucking much. Like, excuse my French. I don't know if that's okay. But anyway.
Fuck it up, dude.
Dude, I'm going to be a champ. So it's just a matter of time. I just have to keep doing what I'm doing and keep sacrificing. And it's hard. Like, that's why it's hard to be a champ, because the sacrifices you have to make. Like, I have a 6-year-old boy who literally is doing jiu-jitsu right now because I was about to put him in baseball and he's like, no, I want to do what you do. And I'm like, Jesus, okay, well, so now I'm like running back and forth, take him to the gym, go train, get back to the gym, get him. Like, it's crazy, but it's worth it. And those are the sacrifices I have to make to feel confident when I fight.
Yeah, dude. And before we get out of here, last thing for me, well, it's not really from me, it's from you. I want to give you the opportunity with all the eyes that are going to be on this fight, all the new jerseys, the dirty jerseys, watching you fight, everybody watching the interview, huge pay-per-view. Is there anything you want to say to everybody? The mic is yours.
Man, I'm Ugly Man Joe, and I've been just trying to show the UFC fans, who I am as a fighter. I am also one of you. I'm a huge fight fan. I love fights, which is why I try and put on the best fights I possibly can. So just watch my fight. I'm on the prelims. I swear to God, it's going to be a banger. You won't regret watching it.
Well, dude, I can't wait. I will be there in person. I will see you at Media Day, and we'll catch up afterwards. But Ugly Man Joe and ladies and gentlemen, do not miss Joseph Holmes at UFC 288 because, like he said, fireworks coming your way. Joseph, thank you so much, dude. Have a great rest of your week and weekend, and rest up, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, man. Jake, thank you so much, bro. You were awesome, man.